All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and this week we're reviewing Kraven the Hunter, the last Sony Pictures of Universe Marvel movies or spum movie ever. Sony said, fuck it, we out the game. We're ending on a high note. This is it.
And then the wildest thing is that they said they could have brought Spider-Man into all these movies, so they're just making these shitty movies for the love of the game.
For the love of the game, bro. I saw that tweet and I died. So they're in it for the love of the game.
They brought Michael Keaton in this universe just to leave him.
Just to leave him stranded?
Jeez.
Yeah, now the MCU doesn't want you, bitch.
So leading up to this, I watched Madam Web. I said, you know what?
Oh, you wild.
I've seen the rest of them.
Uh-huh.
Might as well do diligence.
You haven't already watched it?
Nope.
I've not seen Madam Web.
I saw it.
I haven't seen Madam Web, Morbius, or Venom: The Last Dance. I said I'm not bothering. Not doing it.
Seen them all. I like the Last Dance. I like the Venom movies.
I like the first one. I think the first one was good. I had a good time.
Third one got a little bit of heart.
I'm in.
It does.
I have to watch it now. I've watched Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
So let's get it out of the way. How are we feeling about this? Good or bad?
I kind of liked it, but I don't think it's good.
Dude, why? Because of the abs?
Hey.
He didn't show his abs that often.
Hey. I kind of liked it, but I didn't think it was good. This movie's got bones, bro. It's got bones. They could have done so much. They could have done something so great with this movie.
The thing is, I liked bits of it. Like Russell Crowe, he was kind of doing it for me.
Oh my god, really? He was my least favorite actor.
Just as like a mean Russian dude.
Piece of shit father.
I think the issue is I don't think they intended on this being the last one though, but they spent too much time doing origin story and then a decent amount of time setting up
that's what I'm saying.
Chameleon for nothing, where it's like you could have focused more on just Kraven and even Calypso. I think they could have done more with Calypso. But
in the comics, they're related.
They're half brothers.
Yeah, it's so lore accurate at some points for no reason, bro.
No. This is one of the more accurate comic book movies that's ever been.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The thing that was confusing me though was the Foreigner.
Oh, that Foreigner shit! It pissed me off, brother.
I could not get what his power was.
Or
he doesn't have powers though, right?
He does have powers, bro. Hold on, Mike.
The thing is that Spider-Man has some of the best villains ever.
Kraven is one of the best villains ever, though.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery, it's him and Batman.
It's insane.
Those are the two heavy hitters.
But could you believe Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Hunter?
Yes,
in my head, I don't know. I don't know. I just couldn't. I don't know.
Say something in the mic.
He wasn't big and bulky enough. I feel
you're coming through. Okay, Mikey's here. Mikey's gonna guest star in this episode.
What's up, Mike? But yeah, I thought it was fine. I think the issue is because they were doing too much origin. We spent too much time with young Kraven, and I think it takes away from adult Kraven. So they also feel like two different characters, which I don't like.
Mikey's got some gripes with the way that they did that. You can come all the way. It doesn't matter. You have to talk into the microphone if you're going to talk into it.
Let us know.
So he requested specifically to be on this episode because he was like, I got fucking words for this movie.
Hey, I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Go for it.
They had to pick a lane. They kept going from the past to the present day. It was just making me upset.
No, I had an issue with that too, because why not spend the first 10 minutes setting up origin, get to adult Kraven, go from there. I feel you. I said this movie has pacing issues.
So but this is a perfect example of how Deadpool did it better. Deadpool's the way that you should do it. This is how you should not be doing the whole time jumping thing. Because to do 16 years earlier, and then we have to spend 25 minutes watching this thing play out is ridiculous. It's so awful, so bad.
Hey, you know what, though? I'm not surprised because this movie has been edited so many times.
It's so bad.
That's what people were saying. It was just edited to shit.
No, Mikey could tell. Go ahead.
Yeah, Joey was whispered to me during the movie saying they'd added lines after the movie
Bro,
started.
you could see them not moving their mouths.
Yeah.
And they were just saying shit. And it's like, what is happening? It's so
No,
bad.
The dad, I forgot his name.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Shitty dad.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
dad.
Bad
He's
dad.
a bad dad.
He did not open his mouth to speak.
Yeah. So Mikey was like, was there something wrong with the dad? I hate the way he didn't open his mouth when he was talking.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just him doing the
I didn't
voice,
catch
but
that.
now that I think about it, no, they just ADR'd his lines in. He just
There's a
didn't
lot of
say that
ADR.
thing on the day. Whatever.
Yeah, Madam Web did the same thing. Like
Right.
there's so many scenes in these Sony movies where they have an idea and then they're like, "Oh, this movie's kind of shit. Let's kind of fix it." And
Let's
then
add this new arc randomly
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that feels like what The Foreigner was. It feels like he was just thrown into the movie because he did something cool. That's it. We don't care about him. That's
But
the
yeah,
guy
it
who
was-
did the 1, 2, 3 thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy felt like
It
an
was-
afterthought.
Yeah, like
was
what was his
unnecessary.
backstory? How did he even show up?
Nothing.
I was
Because
hoping
He's
you
just
guys
the guy.
knew.
He killed. It's because Kraven killed his boss.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
But who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need more. Give me something more.
Yeah.
And then to die by the voodoo priestess, random as hell, all because she was
But
like, I picked up
even
a bow
that-
once.
Man, let her be voodoo. Let her be
Right.
it, though.
Yeah.
Like, don't do these half measures. Oh, like, because the thing is, if you don't get a sequel, if she feels underdeveloped, she's not fleshed out, and that's
Yeah.
what we got. And she's too good of an actress to use the way they used her.
Yeah.
Dude, people were saying like ever since she won an Oscar, she's been showing up in shitty movies.
What was she in? What have we seen her in?
West Side Story, she won Best Supporting
Yeah.
Actress.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. That's what it was. She was great in that. She was fantastic in that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, why not make her like sacrificing chickens and shit in her apartment?
Yeah,
Just
let her
make
be
her go-
full on voodoo.
Make her go full ham on the voodoo shit, and it'd be so
Yeah.
dope. Because otherwise, how the fuck she get that vial? What happened here?
Why
Where's
is he
she-
a
My grandma.
lawyer?
Why is she a lawyer? Do
I
something
was saying,
cooler.
why is she a lawyer? Yeah.
She could have been anything, bro. She could have been anything. No, you have connections I need to find the people that I'm gonna kill. All right, okay. Here's the
She had
names.
No question about it at all.
None. No reservations about this man killing people. She just went, all right, whatever.
He was finding
Saved
people
your
in
life
the,
once.
you know,
Yeah.
he was finding people in Russian prisons that are off the
Yeah.
grid, but couldn't find this person with a law degree.
Yeah, it took me years. I had to really
Yeah.
get here. Yeah, I think, but like other points of it were fun and
Yeah.
funny.
The action's good.
The action,
Yeah, the action
when it's,
is good.
when it's not CGI, it's so good.
You know what? It got to the point though where I was like, I'm kind of vibing, like, because they
Even
did it
with-
so much. They,
Yeah.
like, it was
I
like,
agree.
They didn't try
I
not
agree.
to do it. Like, I'm like, this is the style they chose.
So the animals, that's where I locked in. I was like, dude, if you remove the human beings though, these look exactly like the Lion King animals.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
it looked exactly like how those Lion King animals looked. So like,
yeah.
why am I getting hung up right now about these animals when Disney did it already? Fuck it, I should
Yeah.
vibe. And I was vibing. But when he turns into like a goo monster and he's like gooing around, that's when I was out. I was like, I hate this shit. This
He,
is
he
so
was
bad.
jumping off buildings and running fast. They
No,
couldn't
yeah.
handle it.
No,
Like, he was
yeah.
getting real gooey.
It was really bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
But they did that enough. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna close one eye. It looks good.
No,
Wait,
dude,
wait,
I was like, this is the style they chose. This is the movie they're telling us.
So when did you guys go see this movie?
I saw it Friday.
Last night at like 7:00.
Mikey, when did we go see this movie?
10:40 or 10:30 at night.
Yeah, last night.
Oh,
Okay.
We left the theater last night at 1 a.m. because of this movie.
God
It's
bless.
so bad because of
Dude,
the
this movie
trailer.
made like $4 million. Like,
What,
I might be joshing, but it didn't make no money. What is the actual numbers? though?
bro? I'm gonna have to look it up now. Box office mojo Kraven.
11 million.
11 million on like a $30
Okay, so
million
it's Thursday. I
movie.
think it's Thursday. Probably was 4 million. Then that's probably the number I seen.
11 million is
26 million worldwide. That is tragic.
Yeah.
Is this better or worse than Morbius?
No,
better.
I think it's better than Madam Web
It's
and better
better.
than Morbius.
Yep,
So
it's
there's
better than those two.
So it's
Yeah.
sad that this movie is getting the short straw. Then
I think it's. I think it goes Venom 1, Venom 3. I don't really like Venom 2, so I legitimately think it is Kraven, then it is Venom 2,
Morbius.
Madam Web Morbius?
No, dude. Morbius,
I
I
think
get
Madam
too much
Web-
credit, dude.
I think
Dude,
Madam Web is the trashiest one.
fair, though, fair. You know, I'm not gonna fight for the last two. If we want to rank them that way, I'm not gonna argue. They're both
Okay.
shit, but I don't know which one is shittier.
But like, this movie's not shit. It's not good. But like, I laughed.
It's not the 15% by critics, like, but it's also I don't think it's the 71% by audiences.
No, but that makes sense. 7 out of 10 people watched it and said,
Are recommending it.
I
Yeah.
thought it was fine. It was cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. Which
I
that's-
enjoyed it for the most part.
66.67% repeating of this group says that's good enough for me. If we add
Letterboxd-
Mikey, 75% says,
Yeah.
is it okay?
Yeah, that's
Letterboxd has
valid.
it at 2.1 with 23,000 reviews.
2.1's not bad. That's not
Could've been
terrible.
worse.
Could have been
Could've
worse.
been
Could have been a 1. What's Madam Web? You know?
Dude.
Oh, it's worse. Madam Web's way worse. I didn't leave this movie thinking like, yes and no. So I left this movie thinking like, oh, it's pointless because I know they're going nowhere with it. But if I knew they were continuing this story, I'd been like, oh, I'm curious to see where this goes because I do like Chameleon. I do like I think he's good as Kraven. I would like to see more of Calypso. I'm like, decent.
I mean,
like,
they name dropped Jackal too because he's the one who gave them their powers.
oh,
Like,
yeah, he's a doctor. Yeah.
you know, they set some stuff up. But like, I don't
Yeah.
know that I ever leave a movie and go, that was pointless because there won't be a sequel. I try to think about it as
Yeah.
like, what did this movie give me, and can I grade it fairly on that merit or not?
But my
you know?
issue with it is because you should have just, if you're gonna do that, why not just make this a in now movie? Why even waste all this time setting up all this other stuff? Just like Kraven, do some cool shit and make it an action movie for
And that's
2
it.
hours,
But
and
they,
that's
but they
it.
did. I mean, like the little thing about adding in Chameleon is just like there's more to this world.
Yeah.
Regardless of if
That
there's
could've been like the
another
end credits
movie,
even.
was
like
there
the
an
end
end
credit
credits
roll.
at all?
No,
there's not.
there
Oh,
wasn't.
thank God we didn't stay, Mikey,
Yeah.
because I was gonna
Yeah.
tell you that we should stay, and I'm so glad I didn't. Oh no,
No.
But
We would've
I
been
think
there
Chameleon's good, and I
forever.
think it's
forever.
I think it's crazy how Boy has like 2 like obviously this movie's a bomb, but like it's still supposed to be a blockbuster type
Blockbuster,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, like he had 2 films back to back of like big movies.
Which other one are you talking about?
So the guy that plays Chameleon is the other brother in Gladiator.
Okay, the brother. I didn't know if you're talking about
Yeah.
Oh,
Aaron
you're
Taylor
right.
Johnson or not.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
don't know what Aaron else. Yeah,
But the most
Well,
recent
he's gonna
movie
be
he
in-
did was Tenet, I think.
when it
Aaron Taylor Johnson's gonna be in another movie,
But he was in
another
Tenet
actiony movie.
before
no,
this.
it was the train movie with Brad Pitt, right?
Oh, Bullet Train!
Yeah, Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Bullet Train was great. I loved it.
Yeah,
That was
but
awesome.
that's how in that movie I knew I was gonna like him in this movie. After he did that movie, though, I was like, oh, I could see it. Like I think this is gonna be a good.
I never
Casting.
once looked at that trailer and thought Aaron Taylor Johnson's a problem.
No, I didn't either. No.
He's a
No.
bright spot for me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, this movie is gonna be edited poorly like the rest of them.
Although I do
So
like Aaron
poorly.
Taylor Johnson when he has someone else like to bounce off. Like so, if he like hung out more with like the lawyer or like
Yeah.
just somebody, because I liked him with what's his face in
Yeah.
Bullet Train.
His
Yeah,
comedic
Brian
timing
Tyree.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's,
I think when
he's the
he-
Rizzler. I think we
Yeah,
can say.
when he's with Calypso and he's with his brother, I think it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I think this movie has some good dialogue. It's just there's a lot of bad dialogue as well. But
Yeah.
also too, they added that randomly a lot of it. So that's on them. I
They
guess
did that on
Yeah,
purpose.
when he was like walking away from Calypso in like his little greenhouse, and he says a line, you can clearly it was fucking 80 yard after.
But
Yeah.
that's not what he said, or they didn't mean to have him say that at first. Yeah.
I wish there was more like a love story between.
Really? I don't need a love story. I'm here to watch.
Nah.
I'm here to watch him beat the shit out of some people, and that's it. I'm here
So
to see him hunt, bro. I want to see him hunt.
Well, he
How
did.
soon did you?
He tried.
He tried. How soon did you guys know this movie was like gonna have bad editing?
And from the beginning,
Yeah.
I went
So
in.
the-
I went in
from the
expecting it,
start.
though. I went in
but
expecting
the
it.
very first scene. So when he's in the prison, he's like getting off of these guys or whatever. When he gets off the guys, and then the cops walk him in, and he's walking up the stairs, and the guy that's at top of the stairs is the guy that was one of the 2 guys because he has a tattoo on his face that were trying to kill him in the
Oh
prison
yeah,
yard.
yeah.
I was like, we're missing something in the middle here.
So yeah,
Like-
it cut to 3 days, or it like either cut to 3 days later, or something weird happened. Yeah, the editing was all.
Yeah.
The timeline of this movie is so weird. You got to make some logical leaps because it all
So-
happens in like the course of a day or two.
So yeah, there's the 16
3
years
days?
later, and in the end, there's the year later thing.
But
like
even in the
during the,
middle,
movie,
yeah.
they don't tell you, and it just feels out of place some scenes. Because I'm like, so
And old boy is flying to countries across the,
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
in his private bomber.
yeah,
No
it's-
story of the pilot at all, too.
Yeah, and they like have like such a friendly relationship, and it's like fuck them, doesn't matter.
Super
She-
ambiguous.
She means nothing. All of her lines are ADR too. I don't know that he was ever supposed to speak to anybody in those scenes either.
yeah.
No,
It's so
yeah.
Ugh.
I don't understand. Like I thought that was gonna lead to something, and it didn't.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like I'm this character, and you're like, oh, but no, it was nothing.
I thought it was gonna be Calypso.
Because Calypso in the comics is his right hand woman, so like
Yeah,
it
that's
would
his
make
ride or
sense.
die.
Yeah, if she was that person, but she's not.
She's a lawyer, big city lawyer.
A lawyer.
In
Yeah.
New York.
In New York,
In New
big city
York.
lawyer in New York.
I mean, New York is where all the crime happens. Apparently,
I guess, and no Spider-Man in this universe, so whatever.
Yeah. There
Fuck
was
it.
a Daily
I thought
Bugle
Spider-Man
though.
was
Shout
in this
out.
universe.
Nope. So in the Sony universe, Spider-Man has never shown up, or not this iteration of Spider-Man. Anyways,
yeah,
they've
because
talked about him,
technically it could be
kind of.
Andrew Garfield, but like it's never been established that it is Andrew Garfield,
and it never will.
and it never will. No.
They
What
got
if
their license revoked after this?
no,
Or-
no? They just said we're not making any Spum movies anymore. That's it. Sony
No, they're
Pictures
gonna-
universe of Marvel movies.
Yeah, they're gonna take a year off because they're allowed like a period
A
of
certain
time,
amount
and
of
then they
time, yeah.
have to make a movie. So they're probably gonna take a year off or whatever that timetable is, and they're gonna make a new. They're gonna make like Black Cat or some shit. They're gonna make another movie, and they're gonna say this is a different thing.
They're
It's
gonna
new
make a Jackal
iteration.
movie. They're gonna go C tier villain and just do
No,
something
they're just
really
gonna
bad.
run the same movies again.
Just run them all back. Madam Web, Morbius,
Yeah.
Venom, and Kraven.
The final cuts are gonna say the final cuts.
Yeah, the Ayer cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you they're wanting to do Miles, but like, there's
No, they
no way
don't-
you let that happen.
Do they have Miles? I don't think they do.
so. Well, they don't. They have them all because they technically have Spider-Man.
But Miles came out, I think, after that deal was made. So I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Does Sony?
Yeah, it depends how it's like IP'd, really.
Yeah, right.
Because like, say if it's like, oh, Spider-Man and all future Spider-Man, blah blah blah, then they would.
I don't think Sony's that smart though to do that.
I
No,
think so.
no
Shit,
way.
they're billions of dollars. They got billions of dollars. You don't get billions of dollars not being somewhat smart.
They got billions of dollars from selling the most popular fucking
Yeah.
consoles of all time.
Yeah.
That's where they got their billions of dollars from. Okay,
Yeah.
don't fucking give Sony Pictures any of that, dude.
Shit, they got money.
When
to
they were
lose.
like,
Yeah,
who's gonna want superhero movies? We'll just keep Spider-Man. You can do the rest. I don't care about the rest. You keep
Yeah.
those Marvel.
No, they were Spider-Man. Still is a smart move though. If you're gonna keep one, it's
Keep it
Spider-Man.
all, dude.
Wait,
No,
who-
because
Wouldn't they
you-
have them for the video games?
they do have them, I think, but it's all wrapped in one. I'm sure they got the video game rights when they bought the movie rights for Spider-Man.
So the like MCU and stuff, not MCU, like Sony and stuff, they still like own the toys and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
Like the MCU only leases out to use Spider-Man characters. Like they don't own anything.
They do own Miles because they distributed the Beyond the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, duh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We should have thought about that.
I didn't think. I didn't think
During
about
the
it at all.
opening, wasn't there a Sony thing?
No, so there was a Sony thing, but the Marvel thing that they show isn't the MCU one. It's the in association with Marvel Pictures,
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
like Marvel
no,
one.
during the opening of Hunter, I did not like how they did like the Marvel intro. Then they said associated.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not like that
Because
at
they
all.
need the Marvel tag in there anyways.
Yeah.
You know, they got to make sure they have it.
Because it's still Marvel. It's just not MCU.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
so MCU is a production company versus, and then Marvel is just the actual like brand itself.
But like, who do they really think they're fooling?
Nobody.
Nobody's getting fooled by that shit, dude. Come on. Be better.
Nah, dude. Some grandmas see the Marvel. They're like, oh, this has to be good.
I'm
Well,
taking
no,
you to the
people
new
get
Marvel
fooled
movie.
because allegedly Tyrese and Sydney Sweeney signed contracts, not understanding that they were in.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's true. I guess not
I
everybody's
forgot
a
about that.
filthy fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Duh.
But that's because you get so much shit on the table, and then someone tells
Yeah.
you, oh, it's Marvel, and you're like, oh, yeah, sure, hands down.
Cool, run that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We're at 20. Does anybody else have any other insightful information we want to drop about Kraven before adding our
How do we
ratings?
feel about the Rhino tweaking out?
Yeah,
Dude.
that was weird.
It was so fucking funny when he found out that they didn't kill Kraven and he went, dude, Mikey looked at me
I cannot handle it.
dead in my fucking eyes and went, he's crashing out. He needs help. He's dying.
I don't hate the character design. I know a lot of people do. Because my thing is, I just don't know how you do it better. Like, what is a good design, you know?
The character design was perfect. In a more realistic version of these characters, that makes sense. It's a disease where he turns all scaly. Cool.
It's
Run
either
it.
that or have him be Rhino the whole time, you know?
Yeah, just be rhinoed out.
I mean, with the other one, people hated Paul Giamatti's Rhino. They're like in the mech suit, like, oh, he needs to be the Rhino.
I like
and then
that
they
one.
give you the Rhino. I didn't hate that one either.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, like, it's a weird character. There's only so much you can do with it. Like,
Well,
it's
the
a
other
hard
one
character design.
The other one is just a suit that he got fucking bonded to, that got stapled onto his body, and that's it.
Dude, he's like a luchador, practically. Like,
Yeah, right, without the mask.
Yeah. The horn on his head.
I just didn't like the dude, man. Like, what's his name?
What? You didn't like him? I liked
When he was
No.
crashing out, I was like, this guy's, what's he doing?
but he's just weird. He's a weird dude. I
but
love
I-
He's
weird.
eccentric.
Yeah,
I
he's
think the
eccentric.
lore was good, though. I think the way that they set it up, like, oh, this is how he turns into the character and how he, like turns off the Rhino and stuff like that. I thought it was a good idea. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
it's
cool.
executed well.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
People online, like, hate the way he looks, though, and I'm like, I don't.
He's not even the worst character in the movie. Like, come on.
The
I
worst
think
character in the movie is the 1, 2, 3 guy.
yeah, the foreigner is the worst character in the
There's
movie.
just no need for him. Like,
None.
the dad's practically a villain. The brother's practically a villain.
Yeah.
There's Rhino, who's a villain. Like, you're all these foreign villains from Russia and Ukraine and wherever they're from. You know, like
Russians, they just give it to
hitmen.
Russians.
Yeah, they're
dude.
Russians. Yeah, they are.
Dude, I don't know. He was all over Russia.
Yeah, he was. He
Don't
was all
bring
over.
Ukraine into this, dude.
Yeah, they didn't do shit wrong. They're just out here.
Shit, they
But
got
yeah,
crime bosses too.
I mean, I went into this movie thinking it was going to be bad. And it lived up to my expectations, dude.
Wow. All right, is that your review, Eric? What are you giving the score?
I'm going to give it, you guys hyped it up a little bit more for me. The action was there. It was great. The dialogue and like the script was bad. But overall, 5 out of 10. Mid.
Oh, I accidentally put it too. James?
So, like, in this movie, they say, like, oh, you know, there's a hint of truth in every myth. And, you know, there's a hint of good movie in every bad movie. So,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I'm going to give this 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
That
You're
is
gonna make
way
me
worse
have the
than I
highest
thought.
rating.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey, what do you give Kraven the Hunter?
I like the action a lot, so I was gonna give it like a 5.5.
Oh, man, Mikey saved you,
Yeah.
Eric. Because
Yeah.
I was going to blow
Yeah.
your shit up. I was going to give it a 1
Yeah.
on purpose.
Respectable.
I went in knowing it was going to be bad, but I purposefully made sure that I took Mikey with me so that I had someone else to suffer through this movie with. And I think the small jokes that we made throughout the movie made it infinitely better.
Yeah.
Knowing that someone else could watch this trash heap and understand how bad it was made it so much better. So, for the experience alone, I think I'm also going to give it a 5.5. It was real middle of the road, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Because if I would have seen that weird vocal fry thing alone, I'd have walked out.
Yeah.
I'd have like, I can't do this shit. I cannot do this shit. But having Mikey in all earnest go, he's crashing out.
Yeah.
I was dead. I was like,
That would
yes.
have got me. That
Dude,
would have got
it's
me.
so
Yeah.
funny.
Because, like, I can respect, like, people giving it a 5. I'm just so, like, the way they underutilize some of the characters, I'm like, I gotta knock you for it.
Yeah, that's the other 5. That's the other 4.5 I didn't give them was all that. All right, everybody. That means that. Oh no, Kraven the Hunter gets a. Oh my god, I gotta go so far over to get Mikey's score. Gets a sooner or later average score of 4.83 repeating out of 10. And that means that I'm going to thank you for tuning in on twitch.tv/soonerlatertv, youtube.com/soonerlatertv, or tiktok.com/soonerlatertv for our review of Kraven the Hunter. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social media. You know where to go because I just told you the links. And until the next time, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.